Hello, hello. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I'm late. This is your girl, Queen Muhammad. I am filling in for Rich Long. Yes. Hello. I see new people are in the room. Yes, this is your girl, Queen Muhammad. Yes, just to let you guys know, um, I will be starting my own podcast. It's called the Godmother Podcast, and that's going to be premiering pretty soon. We're going to have tough love conversations, tough love um, conversations that we need to have about pop culture, hip hop, stuff like that. Hi, everyone who has entered the room. This is your girl, Queen Muhammad. I am the CEO and founder of Mad Pop Records. And you can go to www.madpop.com to learn more about uh, my company and the good people there. Rich is one of the people that we partner with through Keeping People Real TV. We have done interviews together. We have been to media events. We have done, yes, keep Rich Long TV. Keep it real. Yes, keep it real. That's all we're asking is for a uh, for justice to be served and for uh, fairness to prevail. Rich, he's still. It's 2 minutes in. I just wanted to give people time to kind of get into the room before we talk about what's going on with Rich. Um, yes, no more lukewarm soldiers. Yes, I definitely agree. Um, if you're a person who feels like it is injustices in the world, which there is many cases, and a lot of unsolved cases at that. Um, Rich is going through something very similar. Um, I know a lot of you people have not deep dived into the life that Rich tries to keep private because he is a very an individual that could be subject to bullying or targeting or harassment and stuff like that, and just by living his own best blessed black life, um sometimes that's not good enough for people. So if you have any questions or anything, I'm going to start. It's a lot of new people in the room, so just wanted to introduce myself again. This is your girl, Queen Muhammad. I am the CEO and founder of Mad Pop Records. You can reach us at www.madpop.com, and you can also email us at info and bookings at madpop.com. Oh, goodness. Yes, the chat is on fire. If you have any questions about Rich Long, he's he's not taking this situation very lightly, and he's not taking it very well. It was a lot of games being played by people who had no business of interfering in somebody's life. So he doesn't take very likely to that. So, which he shouldn't. For real. Who would take lightly to that? But you know how people just continue to try you. And I want to sit up a little bit. It's they continue to try you and to try to intercede whatever they're doing into your life. So I see. Okay. No goodness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a spiritual warfare. Um, people, there's decisions to be made, choices to be made, and people, yes, they're all in on it. Yes, very much so. Very much so in all ways, in multiple ways. That is true. Uh, as you know, on September 30th, okay, it's about 6 minutes in, so I'm just going to start. On September 30th, you know that Rich Long uh, was arrested, and which he feels, strongly feels, were orchestrated situations to profile and implement him in a crime. And uh, a hate crime. Snow White, hi, yes. Is Rich okay? He's not doing well, you know. He lost a lot of weight. He lost a lot of weight, as you see in that last video. So he's regaining his strength. He's drinking Ensures and just really trying to uh regain his the nutrients in his body. It was a very I will let him know. He should be somewhere in the chat, maybe. Rich, email Snow White back. Um, it was a very traumatic ordeal for him, and I don't want to speak too much for him because that is his story to tell. And I don't want to say anything that's going to disrupt his case or anything, but it was a very much ordeal because he said that publicly in the courtroom when I saw him. So that's something that's already public knowledge. Oh, Snow White says the devil is busy. Yes, very much so, very much so, and crafty, trickster, liar, everything. So yes, all those things. How can we help? Please, please, please. Everything's in the description box below. Oh, thank you. She says, Snow White says, I'm praying for y'all. Yes, prayers is the number one thing we're asking for. And from there, we have a GoFundMe link. We have, this is going to be very expensive. We have to fight this. If you see previous videos, you'll know where this originated from. Allegedly, a Karen made a false police report, and instead is saying that Rich. I don't know what she said. It was a lie because it. If they had him on that was true, they would not hesitate to use that. So that's not true. Someone made a false police report. That person has not been apprehended. Only Rich. Okay? Oh yeah, yes. We're Snow White's is called legal aid. Yes, we're doing all aspects, and that's getting him home was the first priority. So I thank everybody who donated to that. Um that was the first phase. Now he has to fight his case. So we do need you to continue to donate. We need you to continue to we have Cash App, PayPal, We have mail-in and the GoFundMe. Yes, yes, yes. Well, a lot of lawyers have already been trying to contact us, so we're talking to a few people. Excuse me. Yes, Snow White says, "I pray he finds good counsel." Yes, yes. Um, a lot of people have already reached out to Rich. You know, nobody seems to care that he is a decorated veteran. No one seems to care that he was not an instigator or agitator in any of this. Anything they're talking about is hearsay and cannot be proven. We can actually prove the opposite. So okay, Rich Long has responded. Thanks, Rich. He said, I'll email you in the morning, Snow White. And thank you, Snow White, for your continued prayers. That's the main thing we need, mostly. All right, so they're going back and forth. They're talking Rich Long and Snow White. Well, let me continue. And if you do have any more questions, uh, let me make sure this is charged. Hello. All right. Sorry. Okay. So, um, September 30th, he got arrested, and what she feels are orchestrated events that led from um, a Karen lying on him. So, I mean, in his mind, he has good reason to feel that way, just off of his training alone, and instincts and training alone. So he feels like those were orchestrated events, and that I don't want to go too far, but that's just how he feels allegedly. Yes. Snow White says keep all your files and get the names of everyone involved. I'm I just keep him in prayer that he's able to do this. The last time he was on camera, uh he kind of blew his top, which is fine and very understandable. I do not, and you see that our guest, the lovely sister Rebecca, um, and definitely keep her in prayer as well. She's a lovely woman, and I'm so happy that Rich met her. Um, but yeah, Snow White said, "I'm not playing. I want to know everything." They have set him back. That's not good. Yes, that's what Black Lives Matter. They don't understand that their interference as Karens and as whatever, that and all of the mess that leads up after that. I mean, that follows after that in so many instances and cases. And yes, thank you. Yes. Yes, yes. We've been reaching out. Definitely. Will do. Will do. Thank you. Snow White is thank you. Yeah. And we need you to share this story. For him to it's just I can't really say too much because I don't want to but he has strong reasons to feel that way. Mhm. Mhm. Also the news. Definitely. Definitely. People shouldn't be able to get away with making false police reports that put black men into the system to be targeted and then harassed, allegedly. Yes, thank you. Snow White says we're going to pray for him and keep him covered. Yes, please do. Please do. The devil is busy, but we are busier. Thank you, Snow White. If anybody has any more questions, I'll just continue on. That's the way he feels, and what happened from that situation put him in another situation, which was prison for no reason. And that is a whole nother situation for uh, him to elaborate on. I don't want to get. Solo Johnson says, "Keep your head up, Rich." Yes, he's definitely regaining his strength. You seen the last live, he stretched his vocal cords out, so his voice is gone a little bit. So that has halted music. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh yes, Solo Johnson. That sings "Keep Blessing the People." They want to drive us crazy. Yes. Solo Johnson, yes, they do. They do. They want to drive us crazy. That's why all these movies, they end with the crazy people. I mean, the black people in a crazy house. That's what they want. And they're surprised that we continue to endure, endure, endure. They cannot believe that we're even doing it. And it's nothing but the grace of God. That's it. That's all. It's nothing but the grace of God that allows us to keep going through all of this adversity, through everything in life coming against us. It is nothing. Yes. So please, family, I just want to break and tell you to look in the description box. We have GoFundMe link, we have PayPal, we have um, mail in. You can also mail letters. Even though Rich is out, we still have an uphill battle. He's still not free. We want to get Rich Long to be free, to be able to entertain us, to be able to. Oh, thank you, Solo Johnson. Yes, it's going pretty fast, but first fam West, tell Rich Long we're praying for all the way from the West. We never got a chance to do that interview, but hopefully he's in good health. Blessings to your family. Yes, thank you. We truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you for keeping it real. Um, and even this situation, just led him to have to deal with certain things maybe he even didn't want to deal with at that particular time. So that's even unfair to him in his own way. So this has been a nightmare. And when we say a Karen nightmare, it's not for joking sake. It's actually been a nightmare for someone who has not done anything to this woman. I told you the story. And you know, Oh, Rich said, I love y'all. Thank you. Yes. Yep. Free. That's it. We're not accepting anything, any charges, any nothing, because they're all fake and false and built off of lies, allegedly. That's how he feels. Mm-hmm. Yep. They're gonna turn on one another because it's not a righteous ground to stand on. It's just like you know, a gang up. So, it was no need for any of that. And it wasn't no need for any of that. And you could just tell that it's just so remorseful in a lot of people faces, because it's really was in no um it was really no imminent danger. These people are playing games, and they playing games, dangerous games with people's lives. Um But like I said, you start playing with using the police as your weapon, or as your attack dogs, just to get people that you don't like. God has ways of putting your life in really intimate, dangerous situations where you really be fearful. So you need to stop playing games with grown folks. Yes. Snow White says y'all record everything, and this is also part of our power. Is just coming directly to the people. That is the main thing. God is real. Yes, for real, for real. Shout out to the ones that kept it real, for real. Because like he said, you have to see past the avatar when you're dealing with him, because it people have so much to offer. And if you're just looking at their physical or stuff like that, you really don't tap into what they have to offer. So I'm glad he's getting this opportunity. I'm sorry, my stomach is growling. We didn't have dinner yet, but anyway, because I wanted to come on live, so I was preparing for that. It's been a very hectic day. It's been a very hectic week, and just unnecessary drama. So that's what we've been dealing with. Free my nephew. Yes. Solo Johnson. Yes. It's just a shame that he has to um be dealing with this. It's really not right. Y'all know Rich's spirit, what he everything he's about. I mean, of course, you know, when you have to deal with this world, sometimes you're not always in a happy-go-lucky manner. But that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. And they know that. They know that. So, and we know that. That's why we're riding for him. Well, he'll email you, Snow White. Yeah, he'll email you all of that stuff. Um, to getting yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. To hell with Becky. Yes. It was just a whole lot of coonery and buffoonery, and I don't know what's going on. I've never seen nothing like this before in my life. So, and I mean, I come from Lower Marion, and I never had to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was born. I mean, I was raised in Philly, but that's where I've been the last years or whatever. So I'm just, okay, this is what it's hitting for, I guess. Love you, Rich. Stay safe. Yes, yes. Keep him in prayer, please. That is the number one thing we are asking for. It's yeah, it's everywhere. Just like them. You can't, there's nowhere you can go. They don't care about us, Solo Johnson says, and it's everywhere. Yeah, it's nowhere you can go and nowhere you can hide. It's everywhere. And the only power we have is using our voices on and connecting through these media platforms. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, they always going to try you. That is my motto. Everywhere you go, someone's going to try you. Solo Johnson. Yes, yes, yes. All the time, all the time, all the time. Oh, yep, yep. That's right. That's right. Them, just like the movie Them. And everybody I say, tell this to, that's the first thing that come to their mind is them, because it is a trick to make you crazy or throw it off, and then so they can point the fingers and have excuses for doing what they're doing to you. No, it is harassment. And the only thing I said was, if anybody that's was black and involved in all of that, that's crazy. No excuse, no excuse, no excuse. Stay positive, Rich. Yes, no white. We're trying to. But you know how it is. You know how it is. And you know that when when you are black in this system, who knows? You have to even have an uphill battle, even for your truth. Even if it's your honest to goodness truth, you still provable truth. You still have to have um, an uphill battle when you're black. No, they won't. They won't. They know that. Snow White. Yes, they won't. Solo Johnson says the black ones are the worst ones. Oh my gosh. You gotta look at that video of him getting arrested. This all began from that. But guess what? We're the only ones sitting up there pointing fingers and doing all this crazy stuff and things that you're not even privy to. That's the whole point. If it actually was a crime or something being done, that's something different. But something you didn't even see and you're just walking around the corner, what are you giving? What are you talking about? That's what you just don't like a person, and now you think that's cool to sit up there and do that. That's not. But these are the people who are so scared for their lives. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Solo Johnson. Yes. Definitely. Oh, yes. I'm not even gonna repeat that, but definitely. I mean, allegedly, that's what Rich feels. And that's unsettling to him, being a decorated officer. My thing is, and me being who I am, you would think that we would have a little bit more, you know, called in, talked to, just let us know what's going on. Not all the games, just a little bit of respect. Because, I mean, it's obvious to see we're at football games and dancing. We're not, out here causing a whole bunch of trouble. So you think the good people would respect that, and actually bringing a lot of positive and positive. uh, journalism to Philadelphia. So you would think that that would be a little bit of respected, especially, we all have to work together. But I guess that's not how it works. Oh, I forgot. I forgot how they did Bill Cosby and Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going to be uphill battles. What I'm trying to say, these are prominent people that we all know, and they have tried to railroad these people every which way. So yeah, we're not going to allow that and just lay down and just say no. We're going to fight for our rights, fight for any injustice, and fight for victims. I don't care if somebody is Oscar the Grouch to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. That's not that's not a opportunity to profile someone and doing all this silly stuff to try to. If Oscar's all right, chilling in his, what they're doing, there is no then you're harassing at that point in time, and trying to interrupt Oscar's pursuit of happiness, which everyone has a right to, no matter if it's your fancy or not. It doesn't have to be. Mind your damn business. Oh, who's this? King Rashawn says, "Oh damn, I got locked up." Shaking my head. Yes, yes. It's been since the 30th, and you can go back and yeah, he was being harassed. Solo Johnson. You can go back, King Rashawn, and from the date he was arrested till now, he has been harassed. Um, One, you see, we come out and right after we did that live, we come out the next day to a boot on our car. Okay, so that's so funny. That was hilarious. It's just a whole bunch of games being played. Um, I don't know. I have no idea, and I don't want to talk about anything like that on here, Snow White. You can contact and and talk to talk to Rich about that. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think and trying to figure out. Um, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Yes, Snow White says I'll email him. I found some info. Oh, he would definitely. Okay, thank you, Snow White. He'll appreciate that for real, for real. Um, I am not a lawyer and I am not here to give legal advice. So I just want to make that disclaimer. Um, but I'm just a person here that is sitting in for Rich until he regains his strength back, his mental ability is back, because he's fine, he's good. But that experience was very traumatic. And I do not want them to allow them to continue to um, see him in that vulnerable state. That is a very raw state. And then maybe it's something that you guys may not even understand. It may be too real for this channel or even this whole platform, what's going on over here. Um, it may just be a little bit too real. Because you see Rich and you see him, and he tries to give you the best of him. And yeah, it's a spiritual warfare, Rich says. Um and you see him on here and he's drained completely just out of life, and trying to get music out there, running, ripping and running. He was going back and forth to New York, doing comedy shows. He was, at the football games. He was also working a full-time job. You know what I'm saying? So he was drained out and didn't have a lot of time for talking on the phone, or um he didn't have any time for even doing these videos. He didn't have, and even, and you see, as he did the last couple of videos before all this happened, he was completely tapped out, because it just is a lot every day. They were picking down at his spirits with all of that harassment every day. It just, it does get too much to bear to continue to uh rise above and turn the other cheek, and to, turn a blind eye to something, that somebody who's trying to be annoying. And then, oh yeah, what did Michael say? Michael Jackson said, and they don't really care about us. They throw stones and hide their hands. So that's exactly what they've been doing, is throwing stones. And yes, Rich Long says he needs to focus on his family and his God for now. And that is where he's at, um, working on his mental ability to fight the fight that he needs to fight, and that he's getting ready to fight and have no problem with fighting. Um, he's been, you know, anybody who begins to play dirty, you cannot ever expect them to now play fair. So you just have to go in with the mighty blows that you need to go with in with, and that's what he's planning on doing. I mean, unless they want to talk to him, because other than that, all of the other stuff, the games, not taking things seriously. And let me tap into something really quickly. There was just a situation of a trans man. Let's see if I can find it and show you guys. This is crazy. And I don't want to go too deep into his business, but some things are cause for alarm. This is my Instagram page. But here's a picture of a young man. See? Okay. His name is Mel Robert Groves. Okay. 25-year-old black trans male. Okay. Was murdered in Jackson, Mississippi. And you can go over to my page, or Keeping People Real TV page, to find out about him. If I can get that closer. Trans male murdered in Jackson, Mississippi. This is real, people. This is real. Homophobia is real. Racism is real. And you have to be on top of things. Now, I'm a very rational person. Am I going to sit here and say uh things with a blanket statement, oh, everybody's good and everybody's bad? I don't say that about white people or black people. I know good white people and I know bad white people. I don't want to know them. I stay far away, but I can see and pick out and okay, and then like the same thing. I know good black people, and I can see bad black people, and that goes for every other race down the line. So we're not. It's not a black and white thing, and that is all part of confusion. Just like religion is part of confusion. It's everything. Now, even though I'm a Christian, yes, I am proud of it, but just like our sexuality, our religion doesn't lead us as well. We have to be real with people. You have to take people at face value. You have to take people for who they are, accept people for who they are, and then allow them to build the layers of who they are from there to say, okay, I see your character, then okay, now we can back up and then add in those sprinkles of your other things. But if I don't see a good character, I don't care about those other things. I don't want to be around you. Character is key. So, oh, that's right. Solo Johnson says, yes, that's right. That's right. So keep Rich in your prayers. Um, please, family, GoFundMe link is in the description box. PayPal, Cash App. Uh, you can mail in your donations. That address. Thank you. Thank you. It all helps. We're not going to stop. We're not going to give up. Um, Rich, he knows what he's experienced. And I cannot tell his story. That is for him to tell. And how he chooses to do that, or when he chooses to do that, or um, it's going to be on him and from either in front through his words or through his voice. Okay, good, good. Okay, she says Snow White says she emailed Rich. Okay, perfect. Yeah, yeah. Um, so this is real, and we have to be aware that this is real. This is real. No matter what we feel about anybody else past the fact of them being a black person, sometimes have to be on the back burner until we can yes, until we can get the basis together and find out what's going on when we're fighting so many wars. We're fighting on all angles all the time, and they wonder why we are so um, great at pivoting and carrying on. But the attacks, they keep coming and coming and coming. The devil stay busy, and Rich, you know, I can truly say he's one of the most stand-up persons that I've ever met. Yeah, he's a he said no more lukewarm soldiers. Yes, he's been yelling that all day because that's how he truly feels. People, they say they want to be involved into fighting injustice, but then they have every excuse in the book, every excuse in the book when faced with having to actually do the fighting. So it's just like, no, we're not going to allow injustice. Injustice somewhere is injustice everywhere. We cannot allow it to happen. I mean, especially if we're on this channel, so we care about Rich. We care about his well-being. We care about his talents. We care about his uh him being free to do those things, and by being set up, as decorated as an officer as he is. And it's a sad shame that we do all that, we service, on different levels with pride, and but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. And that is the lesson that America teaches sometimes. Are we ever going to get past these color barriers? I mean, that is what um and people who are just coming in, I see some people just coming in. Yes, this is your girl Queen Muhammad. I am the CEO and founder of Mad Pop Records. You can see us at www.madpop.com. That's maddpop.com. And I'm just here sitting in for Rich because he's not feeling well. He was arrested, and on September 30th, with through contrived situations, allegedly, but these are his feelings that was meant to entrap him to take years away from his life. And he doesn't feel like his life should be a game for anybody. So that's why he's not okay. All right, you got people chanting in the chat. No more lukewarm soldiers. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Snow White. Because I mean that's how he truly feels. He doesn't want. Oh yes, yes. Um, yeah. He doesn't want to be his life is not to be played with. Like anybody's life is not to be played with. Things are not a game. You can't just be putting things and planting things and contriving things and making whole movie set scene things around like this is not real life. Like come on now. People we I mean we're just regular people. I mean you would think, you know what I'm saying? What was that movie with Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like come on. You would think this is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You would think. But we're degular, schmegular people living regular, degular lives, you know, and these people have contrived all of this mess out of their fear for black and trans people. And that's what it is about. And it everyday shenanigans says, hello, what happened? Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Yes. What happened was our boy Rich got arrested for some BS. Some Karen had started all this mess in our neighborhood, and she kept it going. And we didn't do anything. If they had anything on that situation, trust and believe they would not hesitate to bring that into play. But sometimes, as in past history, uh some people have certain privileges to go around the law. They just say things and things happen, and that's not how things work. So and just like people protect their queens, us people are going to protect our queens as well. I'm going to go just as hard for ours queens as well. Yes, yes, thank you, everyday shenanigans. Yes, haven't heard from him. He's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. He hasn't been on here for a while. He is home. Thank God he is home. Thank goodness. But we're still fighting an uphill battle. We're still fighting an uphill battle because he still has to go to back and forth to court. So we don't want them to be trying to be pulling exactly protect black queens, Solo Johnson. Yes, I would never, ever feel bad, make him feel bad anyway for doing what he's supposed to do. Free that man. Yes, free him. There's nothing really to be holding him on. We all know the deal. Allegedly, protect Rich Long, please, please, please. Yes, put that out there in the air because what these people don't understand is that by Rich being a protected class of citizen in more ways than one, by being a veteran of this country, by serving this country, being a decorated officer, um, he just feels like things should have been handled with him, and he should have been handled a different type of way, which he has every right to feel, seeing all the bullying that he says happened, which he has no right to lie about. It's been events that has happened since then to let us know that had to be true. I mean, or you know, uh, his truth. So, yeah, I feel it as well because you know why? Because this is time out of his life, time away from his child, and in that time things happen. It's just a lot of things people don't take into consideration. The with the playing games and altering timelines and altering the future and just making things, and I'm you know I'm the authority and I say so, vigilante type of law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? That is not allowed and that's not right. Bringing all this crazy drama to people's homes and doing all this craziness, no, it's just out of line and ridiculous. And like I always say, when you play around and you cry wolf and you do all this stuff, don't, when next time when your life is really in some type of imminent danger, you better call Ghostbusters or whoever, because nobody's going to run to your aid. That's why you don't play, and you take those things very seriously when it happens. You don't sit up there and play like you're in some type of situation when you're not. Yes, yes. Rich had something in the chat for y'all. So yes, he's not. He went through an ordeal that I would not wish on my worst enemy. Okay, for a whole bunch of people that was playing games. Okay, playing cops and robber games, and who does that? Okay, to harass and profile someone that really had been nice to them at one point in time. That's what's the sad thing about it. That's the coldest part. But you just cannot even be nice to people without them wanting more and more and more of your time. Oh, I can't say that. Okay, all righty. So yes, we're going to pray Rich back to health. Pray that he comes back to this line to be able to continue to talk to you, that he's not in that state anymore, that this 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 sick game has put him in. Um, I pray that justice is served and all parties that were a part of trying to uh, criminally lynch a black man, harass a black man, harass a trans man, to harass a person who never put your life in any type of danger. But it's a whole bunch of fear mongering because we do have a darker hue. Black Lives Matter. And that is the end of that. That's we're not going to go back and forth. We're not going to sit up here and try to negotiate that with anybody. Black Lives Matter, trans lives matter. That's that is it. We're not going to um and people who know me and know Rich, we're not going to sit up here. We're not with any type of LGBTQ plus community agenda. And I don't think a lot of people are. We take people as face value. I've actually had um one of my artists enter his song into an Armand Wiggins song contest that he had back in the day. I have sent money, and encouraging words to Bimbo Winehouse. I love King Hollywood. King Hollywood on uh he has his own YouTube channel, but it's King with two eyes on Instagram. Send him birthday gifts. I love the people in and out of this community. But I don't have to wear that as my badge because I am B1. Before I walk in the door, when people see me, this is what they see. A black woman. Now if they want to get past that layer, which some don't, then they can learn about I'm this and I'm that and I believe in this and that. But they don't get to that. So anybody putting anything other than that first, and when they are, is in a delusional land. We cannot deal with other issues before we deal with this. What's that song? Before you can read me, you got to know how to see me. That's what it is. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. It's time, and time is up for the silly stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not reading the let's see. Solo Johnson said he been doing what he's supposed to. And Solo Johnson says, stay focused, God will work it out. Yes, yes. Oh wow, he got you trying to do a nonprofit. Yeah, his nonprofit keeping people warm. Yes. As you see, we were in the middle of, and we still are, accepting coats for our coat drive. And that address is actually the same address for any donations or letters to Rich. So if you have any, he said, no more lukewarm soldiers. That's how he feels. He does, he has to rest his voice. His voice is completely strained. You see, he used it when Rebecca was here. That was the first time he actually was on camera. So it was very raw, very real. um he feels disrespected. He feels his life has been played with as like a toy, and he doesn't have time for that. No one should have to ordeal that. He feels like people have targeted him because of his uh gender preference and his race above all. So like I said, he's not never wanted to be uh deceitful with his audience, but as things, people that knew him, that knows him, accepts him for who he is, you know, without a second question because he keeps it real. And y'all already know that. Yes, yes. Snow White said there's a ram in the bush somewhere. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we're going to pray it on out. And we're going to pray it on out. Yes. That is the main thing we are asking for, family, is prayers. That is the main thing we are asking for, well wishes and prayers, good thoughts, because that's what we need. Um, no matter what you feel about somebody, like I said, Oscar the Grouch is still part of the Sesame Street neighborhood. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So we don't have, as long we don't, we're not gonna confuse that with real bad guys. Okay, or you're gonna get real bad guys, and then you really are you gonna be confused then? Okay, don't act confused then. I got a whole lot of I have a whole my thoughts on the situation is highly disgusted that these people have tried to play with time and people's lives on some nonsense. So why wouldn't Rich go kicking and screaming? Like, I don't understand what anybody else doesn't understand. Of course he's going to fight for his freedom. Okay? Of course he's going to fight for his freedom by any means necessary. Yep, sure is. Not going to play games with people because this is serious. Nobody, when people are not playing fair from the Getty up, what the world do you expect? We expect somebody down the line to now have a clean conscience and a good heart? No, it don't work like that. People already shown you they don't respect who you are as a person and that your life doesn't matter, obviously. But that's not how it works because we've already established that black lives matter. And they can't just matter for one day or 1 year or one time or for one person. They have to matter for all. And if Black Lives Matter, then we need to be standing up for Rich. If Black Lives Matter, we should not allow this to happen to one of our own. They would not allow it. And I have nothing against any race of people. You can go all through my page. My personal page is www.madpop.com. And you can see I work with everyone and still open to working with anyone. Just email me at info and bookings@madpop.com. But I'm a realist as well. And I have to be real to the situation. And that's why Rich and I are good partners because we can just be real with each other without uh, uh, a whole lot of silly stuff going on, outside stuff and feelings. I mean, just a whole bunch of emotional stuff. We could kind of keep it very straight with each other. Solo Johnson, fight them on it. Yes, of course, of course. Black Lives Matter. Thank you, Solo Johnson. Yes, yes, yes. It's people have to be more real. They allow uh a lot of outside things to cloud their head. And don't get it twisted. I don't get it twisted. I understand that this is let me get comfortable. I understand that this is a subject and a topic that may not be okay with everybody. I'm a Christian myself. I respect everybody's beliefs. Uh Rich says, "Stay on my way and on my face with the mask." Okay, yes, he's not here for the silly stuff. Silent Angel, it's happening. Many. It's the black that's in board. So how can I don't know. I don't know how to read that. It's happening. Many. I don't know. Okay. Yes. Rich said, ooh, I've been scared. Yes. You should be scared. That's what he said. Yeah, you know what it is? Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not going to go into that. I'm just trying to keep it, something light, something simple, I'm just here to be a person that just lets you guys know what's going on. Um, Rich, yes, Silent Angel. Rich is a targeted individual. Yes. Well, he said that on many occasions, but everybody doesn't know what the next person is going through. Okay, I'm just gonna be. Y'all see what he's been doing. Y'all see what he's been doing, working his behind off. Not only taking care of a family, not only putting food on the table, not only working a full-time job, not only putting out almost a different song every month almost. Not only doing comedy shows, traveling all over, not only running back and forth to Texas to take and handle business, not only, you know what I'm saying? So yes, he's tired. He's tired. And and all of that, the devil found a way to try to impede into what we were doing. It had nothing to do with them. Okay. All righty. Yes. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions? You see Rich is in the chat, so if you can if you want to talk to him, he's right there. Um, he just does not have any voice. He didn't have much of a voice coming out of prison. Now, even with that live yesterday, it's he was getting a little, and then just got hyped up again because it was fresh. It was fresh. He just got out. Him and Rebecca just got out like before, like the night before. So I mean, it was very fresh. It was uh very raw. And like I said, it might have been a little bit too raw even for this platform, because you really don't know what we go through. You really, really, really do not know. Um, People do not mind their business, and they really believe that they can impede in yours. And exactly, I'm not being. That's what Rich says. He's not being humble anymore. It's like back the fuck off. Excuse me, YouTube. I'm a loud one. Yeah, so he doesn't. Yes, yes, you are a genius, Rich. Yes, yes. Silent Angel said, "Rich, don't feed into it." Yes. Mm-mm. We can't, because we don't need outside interference. Okay, white people don't understand. Excuse me, Caucasian people don't understand. Without their interference, we could actually function without their interference in our lives. We can actually flourish without their interference in our lives. We could actually fly without their interference in our lives. So the fact that it's just the head of this is that, it makes it even more fightable, because we're not going to allow that, because you should know not to step into our tribal territory, because we're not stepping into yours. No one did anything to you, and you know what happened, and the cameras is rolling, and they know what happened as well. So stop the games, stop the lies. Oh, Solo Johnson says amen, amen. Yes. Yes, Rich. That's right. That's right. Anybody else have any questions? Think, oh, Soul Johnson said, I feel that. Yes, it's all a game. It's all a game. And that's the whole point. They treat black people's lives like they are a game. Like we don't have families at home. Like we don't have things that we're fighting for and things that we're working towards. No, if we're not tapped into whatever they're talking about at the time, and then it's a problem. And all this was avoidable if people would have minded their business. And that is the lesson that I'm not going to teach. Rich is not going to teach. It's going to teach itself. Rich said, hey, yo. Yeah, it's going to teach itself. So, it's still misplaced anger because the lesson is going to teach itself. Stop meddling in somebody else's life because you do not know who people are. And you don't know who people know. You don't know if they want you meddling in their lives or give you authority to do so. Yes, yes. And Rich did not give you any authority to have your opinion be dominant or priority in his life. So, you know, you yes, yes, yes. Um, you can definitely please family continue to donate. The next steps is will be a preliminary hearing. So that'll be the next steps. That'll be coming up. So once we get that, we'll have more information. We will come back to you again. We just want to always come to you and let you know what's going on with Rich. We love him. We want him to get him back in good graces and good health and good mental state. This took a lot out of him, already dealing with the stresses outside of these outside occurrences, just dealing with the stresses of life, stressings of getting his music together. Not only was he putting out songs like Grind, which they are trying to steal, okay? You see, please screenshot it because you can go on the last video where we posted Grind and we posted uh the song being played in Ethiopia. Well, if you look and see the credit to the song in the description, if they're funneling it to some other artist that doesn't even have an Instagram page. We put Grind out before their song came out, and this is the game that they play. So this is what I'm saying. You don't know the games that are being played. Okay? Okay, so we always have to have our eyes on what's going on. We can't be playing games, and we don't have time for outside Karens coming around and doing some extra stuff, bringing extra attention to our lives. We just wanted to be left alone because we have other things to do. Rich is a busy, 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 busy person. He's a busy comedian. He's a busy musician. And the things that he had lined up and planned need to be compensated for because we don't know those could of the things that he could have sparked his platform even more than what it is. So why do people feel like that's okay to play with somebody's time and it's not okay for their time to be compensated for? Their human rights violated in more ways than one, on levels of deplorable, okay? Deplorable actions. Yes, Solo Johnson. Yes. 100. Yes, that's right. So we don't have to play games with people. Rich is very upset. He's very upset and he has every right to be. Someone of his stature, someone who served this country, someone who living a righteous lifestyle. Of course we all um nobody's perfect, but not trying out to hurt other people. So, just figuring it out on your own, not involving anybody else in your uh wins or losses. You just, figuring it out on your own, like we all have to do. So that's pretty much as good as you can get. Somebody who tries to figure it out on their own. Whether they win or lose, they're figuring it out on their own. So what more could you ask for somebody that's not involving anybody else in whatever they're doing? They're just figuring their life out on their own. They may have not have this, they may not have it all, but they're not complaining and they're not involving anybody else or doing any crimes to get what they have. What more can you ask for somebody? So those are the people you don't want to work with. Well, who do you want to work with? The savages? Good luck. You know what I'm saying? They never want to work with the upstanding people because oh yeah, we're uppity, we know too much, we're we're uh we're too smart for our own good, Negroes. So yeah, we're the ones that get targeted and picked on and always be made to work in the lowest departments of every place because of your brain power. They'll allow you to fill in here and there, but you know how it is. They'll never give you the title, give you your just due. So sometimes you just have to go around. So yeah, and do your own thing. Me personally, I never asked anybody for anything. I just went on and did my own thing and built Mad Pop Records, www.maddpop.com. One of the fastest growing, hottest labels in the city of Philadelphia. Rich Long, one of our top artists, now they're trying to get him hemmed up. Now we don't know who the powers that be are all into these shenanigans, but you know what? All things work according to the master's holy will, okay? Stop poking the bear. Everybody always do things to people and act on people and then say, "Oh, I'm going to control how you react back to me." You know what I'm saying? All righty. That's prideful. That's noble. Or is that some bitch assness shit? You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. I ain't got to spell it out. They play games, entrapment games when it comes to rich. Mm, whatever. Playing games and playing and going too far. This is silly. It's stupid. And no one should have to lose years over their life over some silly stuff that's been contrived, orchestrated, conspired, and it is against the law. So we're not going to sit up there and now co-sign silliness. Nope, not in my city. See, the things about the thing that people understand, the people are the city. The people. We're the heartbeat. Exactly. So we don't have to sit here and say, please don't entrap us in no craziness, law officer. No, 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 we do not. Yeah. Hey, yes. Well, it's almost been an hour and a half. Thank you for everybody who has stayed here throughout this entire live. I appreciate it. It does help. This is a very trying time. Even though we talk, we may get a laugh, but I appreciate you guys. Rich, he really needs this. Connecting with his people. That's the name of this live. That's what we want to do. We want to connect with you. We want Rich Long to get um, the justice that he deserves and anything else that comes with that. He has a very good team of people behind him. And as you see from the chat, people are growing and growing and growing and growing more and more concerned about him by the day. We want to make sure that he is okay. Black Lives Matter. Nobody should be able to lie on our own. We have to stop playing games and get all of our feelings because that's the reason why we so many situations down the line can't figure out why this continues to happen because we're not unified in our thought pattern and we're not on code and we go along to get along and we're not our eyes are not open to what's really going on. You can support Rich. Go to prayer, please. That is the number one thing. Please pray. But you can also do things like, share, comment, um, send this out to everyone you know, make it go viral. This story needs to be heard. No one should have to go through this. Um, this has even forced him to, you know, reveal things about himself that he was dealing with in his personal life. Dealing with in his personal life, to actually have to reveal certain things before maybe he could do it in his own manner. So that was taken away from him. His human rights were stripped away from him. So everything that I mean, all because of what? All because of what? So this is out of control. Um, People have done deplorable things, and we're just gonna keep him in prayer because it's no reason that he should be able to lose out on his time, life, and time away from his family with things that were a lie. And when the initial thing is a lie, there's nothing righteous in the whole thing, and it has to fall. Let it fall. If the initial thing is a lie, it's going to fall by default. It ain't even got to be nothing that we do or Rich do. It's the conviction within the people that's involved. It may start flipping on each other. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's does sometimes it ain't even nothing that you have to do. We haven't done anything actually. Everything has been done to us, to be truthful. So everything that they're saying is just speculation and fear mongering and giving them excuses to do the actual actions. So no, we don't feel like we have to do anything else but what the heck we are doing, and that's speaking up, speaking out, letting people know that no, we're not going to take it anymore. That's not how it works. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. And oh, here you go. And let's just close out with saying a rest in peace to our trans brother. Tonight is the night. Let me just put this back up on the screen. Mel Robert Groves. And this is actually my page. You can see a trans man who was murdered in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay? Won't let you get away with it. Yep. Hey. So it's an attack on all angles. This has not become a platform. This is not part of any type of agenda. This is real life. And all that stuff deflects from what really going on. We don't need debaters right now. We don't need debaters. We need people who have good discernment, can see past the BS smoke and mirrors and whatever propaganda that people try and see what's really going on. Tap in with us. Reach out to us. You can reach Rich at keepingpeoplerealtv@gmail.com. You can reach me at info and the word A&D bookings with an S at madpop.com. You can reach out to me or someone from my team. We'll get back to you. We do a plethora of services. If you need something, you need someone to help you with your music career, your promotion, anything, your production, whatever you need, just info and bookings at madpop.com. We will work with you. If you need management, we will work with you. If you're a new artist and you have a budget, a reasonable amount of budget, we can definitely work with you to get you where you need to be. And we do have services that are just pay as you go. I mean, it's paid for directly for that service, like production and marketing services that you do not have to be managed or signed to Mad Pop Records to work with us. Just reach out and we will work with you and your budget, okay? All right. And you can visit me at Mama Bear Queen 215 on Instagram and www.madpop.com. You can reach Rich at Keeping People Real TV on Instagram. And of course, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please like, share, get this word out. This is not a play. This is not a game. This is someone, entity, things, policy enforcers that are harassing the heck out of a Black trans man. And we're not going to allow it to happen. You know, we're not going to be silent about it. We're not going. We're not going to just allow people to play with someone's life, especially someone who has fought hard for this country and is a decorated veteran. It has to mean something, or nothing means nothing. And that's the end of this conversation. It has to mean something. If we're saying it means something, or nothing means nothing. Okay? So that's the choices that they have to make. It can't be both ways. That's confusing. And that's what, so it has to mean something that you say it means something, or it doesn't mean anything. And that's where we're at. Because if it doesn't mean something for us, it can't mean something for somebody else. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black service men matter. Black trans males matter. This is too much. This is not being heard enough. This is not being voiced enough. People are not being vocal because they don't know up from down, left from right, and people are not educating themselves. And that's why Rich was okay with unprivatizing that video. So that way he can say it in his own words, and it's something that he had already previously posted. So um you know how he feels, what he's been going through, and why he felt like he needed to protect himself, because this is something that is serious. You see, people are I can show you story after story after story which don't make headline news of trans women and men lives are in danger, being targeted individuals, being harassed. Okay? When I said that and I put that in that press conference, and when Mad Pop Records uh, put that in that press conference, that is the most thing that people are bullying, trans people are bullied, that is because it's true. But you're not going to hear about it. You're not going to hear about it as much. It's not going to be ruled as that as much. So you have to be the vocal voice. You have to be the loud megaphone. We have to be. So that's what we're trying to do, to get these stories out and get these people the help that they need. No one should be bullied. No one should be hurt in any way because of the lifestyle that they choose to live and mind their business with. And that is it. That is all. Free, rich, long. Free, rich, long. Free, rich, long. Free, rich, long. We don't have time for playing games. We're not going to allow, Rich, he feels a certain type of way. And that's how he has every right to feel. And he has every right to feel like he can prove it as well. Thank you. If there's nothing else, I'm going to end this live. Pray, donate, please. This is an uphill battle. It's very expensive. Rich is stressed out. He wants to give more, but we're battling an uphill battle. Okay? This is uphill. The only power that we have, we're using it. And that is to be able to use our voice to let his friends, family, fans, followers, subscribers know that he is in a situation that is very serious and it was contrived and he is innocent. And that's all thing that he wants you guys to know. And I have to say allegedly for legal purposes, and all parties are innocent until proven guilty. But that's how he feels. And that's what he's willing to fight to prove. All right, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to leave. Thank you, Solo Johnson. Thank you for everybody who joined us and commented and participated and was concerned with Rich. We appreciate you. We're going to try to keep you updated on a very regular basis. Thank you. No more lukewarm soldiers. Yes, Solo Johnson. Yes. All right. Thank you. Pray for Rich. Hopefully he'll regain his voice. We couldn't even when you get out, we wanted to do our first day out, what I'm saying, song and everything. We wanted to, but look, what I'm saying, the devil playing games. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's upset, he went through an ordeal in there. That stopped a bunch of things that he had going on. And also now by him being in there, dealing with all that stress and strain, he has lost his voice. Then you see the press conference. So we couldn't even do a song that we've been wanting to do. We're going to try to work on some music. I think that's what is needed for him. Yes, all right. Yes, thumbs up. I think that's what's needed for him. Is to put all of that frustration that he feels and that you've seen and that you witnessed. I think that he needs to put all that on the track, and just pray that he gets strength enough to do that, and have some more music for you guys. All right, free Rich Long, until Rich Long is free. This is your girl Queen Muhammad. Um, Make sure that you go and visit those links. Please donate. Please, please, please donate to everything. And oh, thank you. Oh, first of all, thank you for everyone who has donated. We have gotten some coats in, so thank you for everybody. I know this is a trying time. I know that um, it's hectic, but we're still working around the clock, even on Rich's behalf, even in that his absence. We were still working and still getting together. He thanks everybody. He thanks everybody. He thanks everybody. I know that it's very stressful for a lot of people to not be able to connect with him the way they want to, but he thanks everybody for everything. Please continue. We love you, okay? All right. Tap in. Free Rich Long.